Well, hello and welcome back to the channel. Today, got some more errands to run. Gonna be a costly day for my pocketbook. Gonna order new tires for this girl and schedule her 10,000 mile maintenance on her. So, not looking forward to that bill when it comes in. But, hope everyone's doing well. I'm actually hoping that this schedule is able to go as I'm planning, because it's about 100 degrees today, but after this weekend we're supposed to get a storm here in Phoenix, and then after the storm we might actually get temperatures under 100 for a while, finally. It's so funny that we've had like over 100 days of over 100 degrees, and now that the weather is finally getting under 100, now I gotta take the bike in to get maintenance done. So hopefully the shop isn't too busy and I can get it done at the day I need to have scheduled to do it off on. But guess I'll find out here in a little bit what I can do, and if the tires I'm thinking about are available. So, but yeah, I hope everyone's doing well. Hope any plans you guys got going on are going well, and weather is working well. I heard there's a hell of a storm going up through like Louisiana area. I don't watch the weather outside my state too much. Hell, I barely even look at it past my own city, because it's just, alright, this is my day-to-day life. Let me go see what I gotta do. So yeah, it's just like, oh man, hope everyone's doing well. I hope things aren't getting damaged. No injuries and all that stuff. So, other than that, I think I've got 600 miles for this thing before it hits 10,000. Still got my original, was it Metzler tires on this thing, which I haven't been super fond of, but I mean, they got 10,000 miles on them, but they are pretty flat. I'll have to show you guys a picture of them sometime. But I mean, they've been working for what I've been doing. It's just what I've been doing is basically all highway riding just to work and back, so miles add up quick and tires burn out. But that's kind of common on motorcycles, you know. From what I understand, 10,000 miles is actually not a bad distance. Just part of the knowledge of game. So projects in the works. Still looking around for an idea of what might be a fun home project for me. I was like trying to figure out, like, there's that whole salvage bike idea, but then I have the concern of, like, I was looking at the rules of it, because I honestly never looked into it, and you can't register or insure a salvage title bike, so you'd have to get it fixed and then get the title converted over from salvage to like repaired or rebuilt. But I think to do that you have to have it inspected by a mechanic, and I don't know if a normal shop will do that or not, or if you have to go find someone that does those kinds of certifications and then go to the DMV and get the title switched over to that. I don't know. And it's one of those, is like, unless I find an amazing deal, is it worth doing that? Because if it's in salvage, legally I can't ride it on the road. I mean, if it was a dirt bike, then that's a little different, but I wasn't planning on doing a dirt bike on that. So, my jury mental level is still out on that whole scenario of how I want to proceed with that. Otherwise, it's been kind of combing Facebook and Craigslist, and our dealerships don't really have a good resale bike system for that. I looked at some of them, and there's like the used bike is almost the cost of what it was brand new. It's like, why is this price so high? So I don't know if the dealerships just aren't keeping anything that's not something you can pass off as brand new and try to charge brand new prices on it, or if they're just not getting trade-ins or not excited. You know, so I'm not sure what's going on with the bikes that are, you know, beyond where they think it's not worth them trying to keep. I mean, they could be going up for auction. I just don't have access to. I'd have to try to figure out the whole auction system. And is it worth my time going through that? I guess if I look for an auction that wasn't a salvage title or crashed auction, maybe. I don't know. Things to ponder and look into. Because yeah, I did find a bike that someone had that's the Triumph Rocket 3. So ironically would have me have two Triumphs in the garage, but it's the older model, so it's not the current generation. It looks like a naked muscle bike. It's the older one that looks like a Road King, just with a humongous engine in it. But like one of the ones I found was, you know, for $3,000 because they said it had a salvage title, and I was like, And they're claiming that the only reason why it had a salvage title is it was in a small front-end accident, which only damaged the fender, but the insurance company salvaged it out or totaled it. It's like, seems a little like something's missing. They could be completely honest in that, but just, I understand on motorcycles, insurance is really, it's almost like you do one thing wrong and it's just total the whole thing versus rebuild it. But I feel that's a little much, so I don't know. Maybe it was just because the cost of those two things brand new to replace parts, being an older Triumph, that they saw it as it wasn't worth the cost of repair. So, but then it goes back to the whole, alright, if I did get that bike, I'd want to get it road set up, because otherwise it's just a Lego set to play in the garage. I want to at least ride the damn thing legally. So I don't know, it's things to think about, analyze. Come on. But yeah, other than that, just daily stuff is just daily stuff. Still been a slacker. Just trying to get things accomplished around the house. Such a nice day. Yeah, see, it's still under 100 right now, at 10 o'clock in the morning, but yeah, it's still under 100. But yeah, that's funny for like the whole temperature. It's like in Arizona, like now that it's gonna be under 100 finally, now it's like the riding season, and I don't know if I ride too much or not enough, but you know, this summer I've hit this, I think I bought this bike in late January. So in those, 8 months now, I've put almost 10,000 miles on it. Yeah, nothing extreme. But it's just funny how it's all just going back and forth to work just to say how much work I have to drive. Oh well. So, has anyone else got big plans coming up? Hopefully the weather's nice for you guys to do things, or is it starting to get cold in some areas? I'm not sure if it's at that point yet. I mean, I've seen there's a lot of rallies out there for Beetle-like bikes and different scenarios. Just Phoenix is finally getting to the point where it's like now our riding season versus the other way around of everybody else's. Alright, Pocketbook is crying now. Tires are ordered. We just gotta wait 2 weeks and get everything put together. Which then the Pocketbook can cry again for the other part of that purchase. It's amazing how much tires cost. It's like, I mean, I guess it's not much different than car tires, which is like, $250 per tire. And basically the same for just a basic tire for this bike too, it seems. So yeah, that's been purchased. The ones everyone kept saying like, oh yeah, you should get these, and then I talked to the guy and he's like, yeah, they don't make that for your rim size. I'm like, I didn't think so, because I kept looking for them and I couldn't find them. So these tires have been holding up, so I just ordered the newest generation of this tire, which is the Tour 2s or whatever. So supposedly they've a little bit stickier pad to them and more traction, more usability. So we'll see once they come in. Come on. So yeah, I was just thinking, like, am I not riding enough to be classified as a biker person? I don't know, I couldn't see myself as a commuter. I just commute back and forth to work. It happens to be about 100-mile round trip. And, hey, do what you do what you enjoy. So far, things are going. Oh yeah, so the other thought on that project bike, I came across a Harley Davidson V-Rod a couple times, and I'm like, I remember when those things came out that I was like interested in that bike. And part of the thing, it's like with this one, it's like how wide this bike is, which is kind of one of the reasons why I was looking at like maybe doing a sport bike on it, just for something, but like, riding with the wife and a little bit narrower bike to get around things and feel more comfortable maneuvering. And then there's because I also still love that FJR, which I almost bought when I got this bike, but it's just as wide as this thing is up front, so, but it doesn't look half bad if you take the bags off. I actually like the bike with and without the bags, so it's actually another nice one. But it's like, okay, so if I find the FJR, what modifications could I do to it to make it a fun project bike? So, I don't know. I mean, fun V-Rods are kind of like, that's intriguing because it's not as common of a bike anymore that you see around, and but it's still modern enough. I mean, it's still a 20-year-old motorcycle. which means at least you realize how old I'm getting, because you know, I was in my 20s when that thing came out. But so yeah. So I'd go find an 80s Harley or 80s Japanese bike, play with that. I don't know if I do like a BSA, even older bikes, just because of, I don't know how hard it would be to find parts for something like that. And if I did a Italian bike, you know, was it Moto Guzzi, I think it's Italian, Ducati. It's like, how many specialized tools do I need to work on those? So yeah, I don't know. Debate if I want to do a Harley, just to kind of have something I feel like I could take apart and put back together to an extent. We'll see. I still gotta set up the garage for it. Maybe buy a lift to be able to work on things easier. And then see what I can find. Just keep searching those ads. But with that, I'm now rambling on, so thanks for coming along. You guys be safe and have fun. Until next time.